My name is David Ward. I'm the CEO and founder of Telegraph Hill Software. We've been working here in San Francisco for about 6 years now, working mostly with the fast-growing software as a service startups here in the San Francisco area. And we provide outsourced product development services, elite engineering teams, and staff augmentation, whatever's necessary on the technical side of their business. We've had multiple experiences with Neo4J. The first ones were the, I think, more typical Neo4J applications, modeling social networks. In this case, it was in a workforce management application and managing grade and high school teacher networks. And so modeling, the teacher versus the school district versus the administration, that sort of thing. So that was our first experience with Neo4j. But our second, and the one that I'm here today about, is using Neo4j to manage IT cloud infrastructure at scale, which is something we've done for one of our mutual customers, Lending Club, here in San Francisco, where Neo4j database is used to manage literally hundreds of thousands of hardware and software components as part of their software as a service solution. Well, with any kind of software, the most efficient and best software is where the function and the data structures match. And in this particular case, Neo4j is the perfect repository match for what we're trying to represent, which is networks of hardware and software components with very complex interdependencies, which change, very rapidly in near real time in these cloud and virtual environments. So we found through experience, we began with relational databases, then used some key value databases, but once we started Neo4j, we realized this was the perfect solution for what we were building. So once we started to use Neo4j, one of the surprising discoveries was how easy the Cypher language was to learn, and the fact that it wasn't an objection that some of the developers or managers had expected. I mean, it's just not that different from SQL, and the training curve was actually very efficient. I think the other surprise, which we had hoped for but turned out to be true, was the extensibility of the graph database. We're representing tens, hundreds of thousands of virtual components and constantly extending and enriching the entities that we represent. And that's turned out to be quite easy to do with a minimum DevOps workforce, which we think is one of the benefits that we've been playing up here, is just the cost efficiency of using Neo4j for this sort of application. Yeah. Well, I think we would have made less of an effort to encapsulate, what's different or unique about Neo4j. Again, sort of going back to the fact that the workforce is mostly SQL-based and SQL experienced. I think if you've got, the right repository data structure for a particular application, you should just go for it, without hesitation. And that's something we hope to do and bring this realization, to other customers around the world.